What's going on, everyone? ODC, it's me here, and I'm here with something a little bit different. I'm here to do my top 10. Now, today I should actually explain what this video is. Today, Hasbro had a big announcement and released uh, the fact that they're going to be doing another fan vote. They did a fan vote last year, and it was very successful. And we ended up getting two characters out of this fan vote. I wish we would have got more, but I'll take the two that we got. We actually got Darth Revan, and we got Sabine from Rebels. So we're getting those two characters this year, probably within the upcoming next two waves, is what I'm guessing. But I'm here to show you guys my votes. Now, these votes aren't necessarily in any order. These are all just characters that I would like to see in the upcoming waves. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that Episode 4 Obi-Wan Kenobi is not on this list due to him being released as a San Diego Comic-Con, and we're probably going to get him since he's been released as a Comic-Con. I'm assuming that they'll do the same thing that they did with Jabba the Hutt. Since they released Jabba the Hutt at SDCC, same thing with Boba Fett. They released both of those at SDCC. We also got a single card version. So I'm assuming, I mean, even if you don't get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive old Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're going to get one down the line. So I wouldn't even worry about that. He's not even on my top 10 list anyway. I do have my list sitting here staring at me in the face. So we're just going to do a quick little slideshow here. And yeah, this should be fun. What do we want to do? There we go. We'll do that. Okay, and then we'll go here, and then we'll start off with number one. Well, I'm just going to start off with the first one. Like I said, these are in no specific order. I do have an ordered list here, so maybe I'll tell you the order after. But the way my slideshow is set up, it's pretty shitty, so I'm just going to go ahead with that. So first off, we have Count Dooku. Count Dooku is a little bit higher up on my list. He's actually number 4 that I have on my list. I've been wanting as many Sith Lords as possible. So Count Dooku being very high up the list for me. Now, I'm going to warn you guys right now, there are some prequel stuff on here. So if you're not a prequel fan, I get it, whatever. You want to hate on the prequels, but we still got some cool characters out of the prequels. I get the movies weren't perfect or whatever, but that's neither here nor there. I want to Count Dooku. I actually have a Count Dooku custom that I actually did a video on. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. Yeah, I would like his own release. I do have like I said, a custom Count Dooku from Old Boy Customs. It's a beautiful head sculpt and cape that I got from him, but I would like an actual release. It'd also be nice to have a unique lightsaber. So there's the first one off the list is Count Dooku, but he's actually ranked as number 4 for my submissions. So next we have Dengar, and I'm sure this is on a lot of people's lists. This is nothing new. He's from your original trilogy. He's actually featured as the new hero in one of the new heroes available in the Cloud City Bespin DLC for Star Wars Battlefront. This is, I just want to knock all of these bounty hunters out. I would love Forlom too. He's probably one of my honorable mentions. Yeah, so it's definitely Dengar. I gotta have Dengar. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we'll get him down the line anyway, but it would be nice if we got him a little bit sooner than this. Next, we have Darth Malgus. I love Darth Malgus. I just really dig his character. And I think it would be a lot easier for Hasbro to give us this release, and I think it makes a lot of sense, seeing as we got Revan, or we're getting Revan, excuse me. I think it would make sense in that second slot, maybe not even in the first slot for the the fan vote. This could be the runner-up, and we still get him. And I think a lot of people, as much as for some reason I don't know why, but on all of the Facebook pages, everyone's shitting on the non-canon stuff now. Everyone was defending the non-canon stuff before. Now it's like, let's switch gears and shit all over the non-canon stuff. And it's like, well, now everyone just wants canon characters made. I think that's bogus. I think you go by the characters that you enjoy. I enjoy Darth Malgus, therefore I would like an action figure made of him. And like I was kind of segueing into, they've already given us a 3 3/4 inch figure of him. It would be really easy for them to just pretty much upscale that figure and give us a Darth Malgus with a better cape and hood. And obviously that would have to be a cloth cape, now wouldn't it? But I think he makes a lot of sense for a fan vote. I think it would be a while before we get him. And that's the point of a fan vote, guys. The point of the fan vote is to give us stuff that we really don't think we might get. Now, I'll admit there is maybe one guy on here that will probably guaranteed to get, maybe two. But I mean, I had to put him on my list because it's priorities. So Darth Malgus is definitely a priority for me, though. Next, we have General Grievous, another action figure. We're going to get an SH Figure Arts version of that. When it's going to come out, we don't know. Probably next year, I'm guessing. But the only other General Grievous that we have in near 6-inch form is the Elite collection from Disney Store. And that's, if you've taken that thing out of package, I feel sorry for you, because the thing is a mess. It can't hold the lightsabers. It's too heavy. The cape has to be used as a tripod to keep the figure standing up. There's a lot of issues with that figure, and I think it's time for Hasbro to step up and give us this figure. My idea actually harkens back to when this line actually first started, and I was saying they could use General Grievous as a Build-A-Figure and do something similar to what Marvel Legends is doing. But, you know, they're not going that route, and they're spending more money on the sculpts and giving us sculpts and a couple accessories here and there, which is fine, but still, you know, you would think at 20 bucks a pop for these figures, we would get a Build-A-Figure piece. But I digress. That's just what I would do. But I definitely think that he's worthy of being a release in the future, and I think we should have him. I think on my list I actually have, I'll go through my list after, doesn't matter. So General Grievous is on the list as well, and you would have to come with a cloth cape just to balance the figure out better, and you would, sorry, my cursor's in the way, and you would have to come with the 4 lightsabers. So, and it would actually be a really cool touch if he had a place to put the lightsabers. That would be even better. Also, you would have to have the insignia on the back of his cloak, but whatever. Now I'm nitpicking. Next, we have, oh, we've already seen him. Next, we have, now this is I'll admit, this is a guilty pleasure right here. This is something that I've been yearning for a long time, a 6-inch version of the Clone Wars Darth Maul. Now, whether it's in this form of robotic legs or his later on, this was like the earlier robotic legs. I know his first pair of robotic legs was actually like a tarantula body, but this moving on to the second form, and then his third form, he actually had some regular robotic legs similar to what, you know, Darth Vader had. But I think this would really, I think collectors would really enjoy this, and it would be something really cool, really unique for Darth Maul to have. And Darth Maul, let's be honest here, Darth Maul's a very popular character. He's becoming more and more important to the canon mythos, so that's a good thing. And I'm a big Darth Maul fan. I love Darth Maul. He's one of my favorites. He's my second. It's pretty much him and Luke. It's like 1A, 1B. I always say that. But I would love this version of Darth Maul. It would just look so badass. Any type of Clone Wars Darth Maul would be fantastic. But he's definitely on my list, but not as low on the list as you think. So next we have, yes, that's right, Qui-Gon Jinn. We have another prequels. But I feel like, you know what, this guy should have came out a long time ago. He should have been in one of the first waves. You know what, Qui-Gon had a really pivotal role in the beginning of the prequels, and especially kind of bringing things together, and you see the relationship between Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and how, you know, they kind of balanced each other almost. And you just see the overall relationship between the two. And I really just enjoyed Qui-Gon's character, even though he died in one film. And a lot of people might say he's a throwaway character and who cares. And but tell that to Liam Neeson. I think he cares. I think he still enjoys. He even said to this day he would love to come back and reprise his role as maybe like a ghost Qui-Gon. And he actually did in the Clone Wars. So to say he's a throwaway character is, I think, a little bit harsh. But another thing I want to note is that Mace Windu is not on my list because I have the SH Figure Arts version of Mace Windu. So you don't even have to worry about that. I'm happy with my Figure Arts Mace Windu, and I don't need a Black Series version of him because I just don't. But yeah, Qui-Gon is definitely high up the list. I'll say that. Plus, I want to be able to finish my diorama piece with, you know, him dueling with Darth Maul. So next we have the obvious, and I think we're gonna get him whether he's a fan vote or not. It's Lando. Lando is going to be a release for us. I think Hasbro is very adamant about giving us our original trilogy characters as well as some prequels and stuff like that. But I think no matter what, like I said, if he's not voted by the fan vote, I wouldn't even worry because we're going to get Lando. But this is the version of Lando I would love. I would love the Bespin Lando. General Lando Calrissian, no thank you. I think I'm pretty sure everyone would agree with me that everyone would prefer the Bespin look, the Cloud City Lando Calrissian. And he would obviously have to come with his DH-17, of course. But that would be really cool, and I think everyone would pretty much agree, including Billy D. But where's his Colt? He would have to come with a Colt 45. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there he is. And here we go. Okay. Gotta have episode 7, Luke. And this was the other obvious pick for a top 10. We're probably going to get him anyway, and I probably could have slotted 2 other characters that I don't think we might get into this, but I had to have him on here. I mean, I would be mad at myself, and I'm sure everyone else watching this list would be like, how could you not have him on here? Yeah, I gotta have episode 7, Luke, and he would have to come with a cloth cloak, something similar to what Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming with, going to be included with in the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and I think this would be a fantastic figure. I already have my old boy custom head from him, and it looks fantastic, and I can't wait for just the body to be made so I can swap that Hasbro head off and put the old boy head on. But yeah, I can't wait for this figure to come out, and I hope we get it soon. This year, or late, or next year. But who knows? I'm sure Hasbro has their ears to the wall, and they do listen to what's popular. That's their big thing. They like to listen to what's popular now, and if people yearn for this, then they'll get it sooner than later. But I had to put them on the list. So there is episode 7, Luke Skywalker. Captain Rex. Now, a lot of people have been disagreeing with me putting Captain Rex on this list at all. That I've actually shared my list with prior to doing this video. They're like, oh, don't lace it on a clone trooper. Why would you lace the spot on a clone? Because Captain Rex is a big deal in the Clone Wars. If you've never watched the Clone Wars, I would suggest, and you're remotely a Star Wars fan, or even if you're a new Star Wars fan, it doesn't matter. The Clone Wars is a fantastic show. It's great. It makes the prequels watchable. It does. If you tie these in, it really does. It gives you a better feeling of who Anakin Skywalker is as a person. You get to know the clone troopers, and not just Rex. Rex has a lot of pivotal roles in a lot of episodes, and he's an important character, and he's important enough that they brought him and made him a part of Rebels. And I don't know if you haven't watched Rebels. I don't know what to tell you, but Rebels is pretty good. Not as good as the Clone Wars, but it's still worth a watch. It's fun to watch. But I have to have Captain Rex. I mean, if we got Commander Cody, I can't believe it's 2016 and we still haven't gotten Captain Rex yet. That's crazy to me. And I don't care which incarnation of his armor we get, just as long as we get him. I don't care if whether it's phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3. I don't care of the clone armor. So there we go. And I think we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I think we've covered a lot so far. I think there's only like 1 or 2 left. There might be 1 left. Who could it be, guys? Who could the last guy be? Did I get everyone else? Got Dooku. Got Malgus. Yeah, there's 1 guy left. And he's from the original trilogy. Yes, that's right. It's Nine Nub. You got to have Nine Nub. We got to have some sort of diversity here with more diversity within the alien realm. Now, I wanted to put a lot of droids in here and stuff like that because we're really lacking on the droid front. We really are. But I think since what was it? Hasbro had a 3-pack of droids released that we're going to be getting more, especially with 3PO is guaranteed to come out. We're going to get some more droids, so I'm not too worried about it. That's kind of why I kept 1 off. That, and I think Nine Nub deserves to be on this list. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. That is my list. It's not in order. Like I said, it's not in order. If you guys want to hear it in order, let me just get out of here, exit out of here, and I'll come back to you guys. The list I had in order was number 10. I had Lando, just because of importance here, and I know that we're going to get him anyway, so I put him at number 10. If I didn't think we were going to get Lando, I probably would have put him higher up the list, but I digress. So number 10 is Lando. Number 9, I put Captain Rex. I probably could have put him up higher, but number 8 is the Clone Wars Darth Maul. I know you probably all figured it was going to be higher, but it wasn't. Number 7 was Episode 3 General Grievous. Number 6 was Episode 6 Nine Nub. Or I would even take I would even take a Force Awakens Nine Nub. Either way. Number 5 was Episode 5 Dengar. And number 4 was Episode 2 Count Dooku. Number 3 was Episode 1 Qui-Gon Jinn. Number 2 was Darth Malgus, and then number 1 was Luke Skywalker from Episode 7. Luke Skywalker is my all-time favorite with Darth Maul, so I had to have them. I had to have him number 1. It's just I'll buy every single Luke Skywalker figure to come out. I don't give a shit. So that is my top 10. Don't forget to vote. What I'll do is, if you guys want to submit your votes, you can email or you can go on Twitter and submit your top 10. Now, they want a top 10, which is really good, and it's only going on for the next, until the 10th? I think voting opened up today. They were taking emails and Twitter submissions today. Also, I think they're going to be on Instagram. They're taking Instagram, stuff like that. But they're going to take your top 10, and it's actually through yodasnewsfanchoice at gmail.com. So if you want to email them, I just emailed them. It was a lot easier. I had time to think about who I wanted to put on there and stuff like that. But it ends, I think the top 10, the first round ends at the 10th of this month. So you got a couple days, you got a few days, you got 4 days to complete this. Actually, you got less than that now. You got about 3 days, seeing as the 6th is pretty much over with within the next 19 minutes. So you got 3 days to think about your top 10 lists. If you know it already, you can submit right away. Like I said, I'll repeat it again. It's yodasnewsfanchoice@gmail.com. That's the website you can submit your top 10 into, whether you want to do it via email, Twitter, Instagram. You can submit your top 10 through there. So, and I believe you only get one vote per round. I think they're going to take your top 10s or everyone's top 10s and get the percentages, and then they'll go on to round 2, and then you'll have your choice of who's left, pretty much, and then the next round and the next round and the finals, and that's pretty much how they handled it as of last year. So I think this is a fantastic thing. I can't stress enough how much of a backer I am for fan choice action figures. And to be honest with you, I think we're going to get two characters out of this, just like we did last year. It was a big hit, so the fans really spoke, and we need to keep doing this. This is why, if we have enough of a voice, that we'll get more. And this is the problem and issue I'm having with the G.I. Joe subline right now. That's a reason why we get sublines. Sublines are another rant video for another time, but I don't want to get too off topic, off kilter here. But this is fantastic. I love this idea. I've always been a backer of doing fan votes. It's a great thing to do. It's a great way to get your fans and your collectors involved. And whatever we get, I'm sure at the end of the day we'll be happy with. Granted, I mean, I might not get one of these guys on my list, but guess what? I'm still going to be happy with it. It doesn't matter, because guess what? It's still going to end up being a $20 figure at the end of the day. It's not going to be an exclusive where I can't get it or anything like that. It's going to be a regular release, and it's going to be someone we don't have already, or a version of a character that we really want, like Luke Skywalker from Episode 7. But the majority of these guys on here we don't have except for Luke. So, yeah, so like yet again, I'll go through my list. I know that we got a couple more viewers just tuning in. I did a little slideshow version earlier. It was my list out of order, by the way. But I'll just go through my list really quick. Number 10 was Lando Calrissian from Cloud City, Bespin. Number 9 was Captain Rex. Number 8 was the Clone Wars version of Darth Maul with his robotic legs. I thought that would be awesome. Number 7 was Episode 3 General Grievous. Number 6 was Episode 6 Nine Nub, or I'd even take a Episode 7 Nine Nub. Number 5 was Episode 5 of Dengar. Number 4 was Episode 2 Count Dooku. Number 3 was Episode 1 Qui-Gon Jinn. Number 2 was Knights of the Old Republic Darth Malgus, or the Old Republic Darth Malgus. You get my drift. Excuse me. And number 1 was Episode 7 Luke Skywalker. So there's my top 10 in order. But I also did a slideshow talking about this, that, and the other thing. But I love this. This is fantastic. I hope they do this every year. If they do this every year, man, this is why I adore the Black Series line. It's by far, I think, my favorite line as far as action figures go right now. As far as the sculpts, maybe the paint applications could be a lot better. They could be like in Wave 1 when they were so much better than, like, when you take what Wave 1 Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot and then you compare him to Farm Boy Luke, it's night and day difference there. But this, when you compare this to Marvel Legends, there's no comparison. The Black Series exceeds the Marvel Legends, and I know there's a lot of Marvel Legends fans that might get upset because of that, but I don't really care, because the proof is in the pudding. Look at the sculpts that we get every single time from the Black Series. We get a new sculpt, new tooling, new characters all the time. It's fantastic. I love it. So, and I'm glad. I'm actually glad that they actually care enough to really go ahead and give us the amount of detail that we get with them, and including the cloth with, or integrating the cloth with the plastic is fantastic in my book. So those are my choices. Like I said, don't forget to submit your choices. I'll say it again because I'm a creature of habit. It's yodasnewsfanchoice@gmail.com. Submit your top 10 to them. And yeah, just don't miss out on this, because it's a good chance for you guys to get a character that you really want. I know a lot of people are voting for Tusken Raiders. I know there's a lot of votes for a 2-pack with Jawas in it. So there's a lot of different different character selections that people would like to see. And I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of prequel shit on here. So, but we got a lot of characters in the prequels. I'll be honest with you. I guess I would say one more thing, if I could. One more honorable mention for this top 10 would have to be an original trilogy, whether it's from Hoth or whatever. We need Rebel Troopers. We have got almost no Rebel Troopers. We've got Resistance Troopers from Episode 7, which was nice. It's great. I have like 5 or 6 of them. But we need some Rebel Troopers from our original trilogy. There's so many different characters that you could head swap and do this, that, and the other thing with a Rebel Trooper that we need. So hopefully we get that. I probably should have put that on the list, to be honest with you, but he's not. So, but with that, I digress. Stay tuned for more G.I. Joe reviews, by the way. And if, like I said, if you guys are like, where the hell are all the Star Wars reviews? I don't really have much to review right now as far as Star Wars. Nothing has really come out. I picked up G.I. Joe reviews because I don't really have, there's not much else out right now, because I'm still waiting on my last wave of X-Men Marvel Legends to come to me. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But that's not here yet. What else? I do have some NECA stuff. I could do that. I mean, I don't know. G.I. Joe's awesome. I mean, I don't understand how people can complain about G.I. Joe reviews. I don't know. G.I. Joe's great. It's what we all grew up with. Come on now. At least if you're an 80s child. But G.I. Joe's awesome. Get into it. Yo, Joe. But I might actually do I want to do a rant review on the G.I. Joe subline, because I feel like something needs to be said about these sublines. I can't. I don't want to get into it right now, but I'm just going to say that expect a rant video soon. Tomorrow, pay attention. Tomorrow, I will be announcing my winner for my contest, my sub contest. This is like your final hours. I've given you guys actually more than a week. So tomorrow night, I'm just going to pop up out of nowhere. I'm going to pop up. Sorry. I will be announcing my winner tomorrow night. So I'm actually giving you guys extra time, bonus time. It is a mystery box full of goodies. It's going to be action figure related. I have news for you. So if you guys want to enter, you can check out the contest video. I've also posted it on my Facebook. If you guys want to check it out, just go on my Facebook. It's ODC. That's me. Not hard to find on Facebook. And I actually posted the link on there. I'll also post the link in this video. It'll be down there once this uploads. And if you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm usually pretty good about answering right away. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I got every cheap plug out of the way. So stay tuned for the contest tomorrow, the contest announcement tomorrow. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this top 10. Don't forget to submit. I'll say it again, yodasnewsfanchoice@gmail.com. Don't forget to submit your top 10. Please don't miss out. So I'm going to go to bed, though. I'm tired. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.